is a long-awaited day. Thank you all for coming. Welcome to a truly historic moment. My name is Anthony Wood, and I have the great good fortune of being the chair of the board of the West End Playhouse Theater Company. I'm glad you saw that as an applause line, because that's why I was there. So Weston is a village where dreams happen. Over 80 years ago, a few Westonians thought, let's have some live theater in this village. That dream took root, was nurtured, was cultivated, and despite flood, fire, flood again, it has not only thrived, but if you were there last night to see a full house rocking in the aisles, you know that dream has been fully realized. Today, another dream is taking root right here in front of us. It's a great day for Weston, it's a great day for Vermont, and it's a great day for anyone who cares about theater in America, because history will be made on this stage. We're delighted you're here to share this with us. We couldn't be here without the support of pretty much every one of you out there. So this is a day worthy of great, eloquent, but brief oratory. So to start us in that direction, I want to introduce a man who for 17 years was chair of the Playhouse. And his idea of retirement, thank goodness, was to lead the capital campaign that's brought us to this moment today. Wayne Granquist.
Thank you very much, Tony. Tony is my worthy successor, and more worthy in most ways than I ever was. I have a couple of points I want to make this afternoon. More than a decade ago, actually it was 2005 or so, several of us talked with Ken and Anna and Gladys Walker, who were the residents here on the farm and had been for many, many decades, about the future of Walker Farm. And Beverly Walker Roberts and Fran Walker, who are with us here today, their kids were very much a part of the conversation. We all came together on a plan. The plan was to conserve the more than 200 acres of pastures and fields that are on both sides of Route 100 to the north of here. And with the help of the Vermont Land Trust, that got accomplished, and those lands are conserved in perpetuity. We then dealt with the farmstead itself, this 5.5 acre parcel here with the barns and the house. And we decided after much conversation that the best thing to do would be to preserve it as a community center for the arts, as a theater, recognizing the long history of the Walkers with the Weston Theater Company. So the land was conserved, and then 10 friends of the theater got together to acquire the farmstead. We then began a capital campaign to build not only a new facility, but also a program of productions during the summer season, during our regular production season in the new facility, but also a program of productions during the spring and the fall, as well as workshops, concerts, community uses, lectures, community meetings, etc., throughout the winter. When we embarked on the campaign so many years ago, Chris Lloyd agreed to be its honorary chair. It was an easy decision. Christopher and the Lloyd family have been closely identified with the Weston Theater for many years. Sam, Barbara, Sammy Jr., Sam Jr.'s mother, Maria McGuffin, and many, many others for many decades. Chris knew that the Center for the Arts at the Walker Farm would be a great addition to Weston, a new and exciting resource while maintaining the charm and character of our little town and of the Walker farmstead. So today's groundbreaking starts the next chapter in the history of Weston and its theater. Together we've raised $9 million plus. By the time the curtain goes up next year for our fall 2017 production, the building is complete, the farm has a facelift, and the community celebrates together. We will have raised $13.5 million in what we have coming up. With the support of hundreds of people and many organizations. The campaign is not only well underway, it's coming close to its conclusion. There is no question now that we will realize our dream. So it's a privilege to introduce our honorary chair, a man familiar with Weston, a man familiar with our theater, and a man familiar to millions of people all around the world, Christopher Lloyd.
Hi there. Let's talk. No, I am proud of every penny I may have helped somebody open their pockets to give, that this today is happening. It's wonderful. I tell you, I come up here from time to time, and sometimes to work in the theater, sometimes to visit my brother and Barbara, and just take it in. And it's every time I come up here, like I just came up here a couple of days ago, this place is a miracle. It is just extraordinary. And to say you're driving along through the hills, and what are we going to do tonight, honey? You know, and they drive into Weston. Oh, they're doing a play here. Yeah, I mean, with the actors, you all got to memorize their lines. And I've heard stuff like that over time, so it's not entirely my imagination. And then to walk into that theater and sit down and see that show that's playing there right now. I mean, where else? You know what I'm saying? And the energy, the talent of each one of them, those people there, to see that, you know, and then go down the stairs, way down, and go to the cabaret. Doesn't get any better than that. I mean, and you get fed at the same time. But it's the creative life here for this theater is magic. There's just something that works for the theater so well here with the community. I feel they're you know, like that, and they are. It's so we're going to start something here to expand on that miracle and expand it and nurture it and make it grow for here. It's all good. And that's all about all I have to say.
Thank you very much. That was great. I usually don't have him as warm-up act. That's really a treat. I'd like to introduce somebody now who we cherish as a member of our board, but you know him as our representative at the state capitol, Representative Oliver Olsen.
Thank you all. I'm glad to see the clouds are keeping at bay. So I'm holding up, you probably can't see back there, but it's this month's issue of Governing Magazine. So you're probably asking, why am I holding up a bureaucrat's trade journal? Well, the front page of this article highlights the challenges and the opportunities that are facing rural communities throughout America. It highlights the success that many communities have had in spite of the challenges that we're facing in rural America, and discusses how local leaders have been able to work collaboratively to create vibrant communities. The arts and cultural amenities are critical to growing vibrant communities, and vibrant communities are critical to growing vibrant economies. This is the third new theater to be built in Vermont in the past year. It's a sign of importance, it's a sign of the importance of arts and culture to our community and our state. It's also a sign of our commitment to developing a prosperous and vibrant community. In the extended planning stages for a decade, the Center for the Arts at Walker Farm will not only buttress and expand the work of Vermont's oldest theater, it will be a vital community resource and a beacon for the arts in Vermont and the state's growing creative economy. As we look to brand Vermont, the Vermont of the future, visions and projects like this one will allow us to achieve national reputation for art that is created in this special state, and we will be known as a true haven for creativity. Going back to the article in this magazine, it notes that what separates the winners from the many losers is inspired leadership on the ground. Ladies and gentlemen, this is inspired leadership on the ground.
So 9 years ago, a board member innocently said she'd step forward to run a committee that wasn't planned to last 9 years, a committee that began to flesh out all the details of the wonderful building that's going to rise on this site. So I want to introduce the patient, persuasive, and persistent and passionate Carol Cox.
Playgoers, I bid you welcome. In 2007, I was asked by Steve Stetler and Wayne Granquist to lead the Walker Farm Implementation Committee, specifically to develop a design and implementation plan for our year-round theater on Walker Farm. During this 9-year period, 8 board members, 4 staff members, and 2 key advisors were actively engaged in this process. We collaborated as a team in more than 100 weekly conference calls, reviewing documents and resolving outstanding issues as they were identified by Breadloaf, our design build partner, and Fisher Dax, our theater consultants. By the way, our architect, Jim Pulver, is here today. Jim, would you please raise your hand? He's straight back from me with an orange hat, and he has been quite a force for us to get where we are today. Our committee met the overriding design and planning objectives for this program, namely to create a year-round place where playwrights, directors, composers, and librettists would come to work on their new works. Also, to provide an intimate space for performing arts, including our productions, as well as concerts, readings, and other artistic and educational events. And finally, to provide an inviting space for community venues. Today is a dream come true. We are delighted we can share this transition from dream to reality with all of you. We hope that you will enjoy each visit to this special space that we have envisioned for the future of the arts in our beloved Vermont community. Thank you for being here. Go Walker!
The artistic excellence of the Playhouse is seen by everyone on stage. But there's a lot that has to go on in order to make that happen, and we are blessed to have an immensely talented and resourceful and ebullient, I would add, managing director, Leslie Koenig. Leslie.
Hi. I thought it would be fun to orient you to where you are in the new theater. So this gravel pad is the base of the theater. There'll be some basements dug for propane tanks and whatnot, but all of you are standing in the theater proper. So actually, you'll probably most of the time be facing that direction, but let me just orient you. So they'll be by our offices over there. A pathway, a road will come all the way around behind this gravel pad all the way around behind us, where there'll be parking and trees, and it's going to be beautiful. Then the theater proper, where we're standing right now, is right in front of the lobby. Is going to be all along behind where the platform is. That's the lobby. The entrance will be to your left, right away there, over there in the corner, and then there'll be, as you go down the lobby this way, at the end of the lobby over there will be a green room cafe where the artists can work and eat and do whatever during their rehearsals, and public can use it in off periods when we're not actually in rehearsal. So that green room cafe will have a full kitchen, and it's right over there. Then from the green room cafe, you'll go down a hallway, and against the wall over there will be all the dressing rooms. And then storage, electrics, all the various kinds of HVAC stuff is going to be over there in the corner. And along this side will be a loading dock and some storage. So you're in the theater proper. Right about where our platform is right now is where from the lobby to the theater are huge barn doors that open. If you haven't seen the animation in our lobby or online, it's really going to be beautiful. Another initiative underway, just so you know, is some very generous board members agreed that to build a beautiful building here, it would be great to have beautiful buildings in front. So a new initiative is underway that started this week. So simultaneous with building the theater, we'll be completely repairing, repainting, and doing everything to both barns and the house. And if you see the south side when you're walking out or driving out, the south side of the barn has already been repainted and repaired. So we're going to have a brand spanking new theater and beautiful buildings right in front. So enjoy. Thank you.